All right, my man.
Yes,
so
Lord.
Celtics are on the brink of history. They got their 33rd road win of the year.
Wow.
So that is the second most ever for road wins in a single season for any NBA team. One behind the 15-16 Golden State Warriors, which was big. The overtime win they had against the Knicks, 119-117.
Yep.
But Jaylen Brown questionable as of the time of recording this pod. Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Derek White out. Again, Holiday, Horford, Tatum, White, Porzingis all out. Jaylen Brown questionable. But more important, the combo is, and they would be playing an Orlando Magic team. That's their last chance at getting a road win and tying the record set by the Warriors.
A team they may see in the first round, by the way.
Yeah. More importantly to me, you watch it. Celtics swept the Knicks this season.
Man.
And with Jaylen Brown continuing to be limited, dealing with his knee issue that he's had since March. Al Horford not playing. Tatum with the ice to send it to OT. Kristaps Porzingis tying a career high back at the Garden. It's again, this team is displaying against a Knicks team that made every single choice this offseason to match up with the Knicks. It was best on best. Tatum on OG. Kristaps Porzingis against the Knicks. Mikal Bridges making mistakes in crunch time. It's just the dominance of this Celtics team. And to me, that was a statement they made against the Knicks. They've swept them. They don't need to play everybody. They're the 2 seed.
That's right.
But when everyone was playing except for Al Horford, you're like, oh, that is the players that's buying of. No, we want to punk these guys. We want to sweep them.
I think that's the majority of it. I think there's another slice of that pie that's a little smaller, which is, look, mathematically, at that stage, they were still alive for the 1 seed. Now, Cleveland handled their business, so they wrap it up. So the Cavs are the 1. But I think some of it was like, hey, Cleveland has not been playing well lately. If they're going to fold here, we still got a shot to be the 1 seed. Now that's done. Cleveland's the 1. To your point, you sent yet another message to the Knicks that you ain't Shaq. This is our time, okay? So at this stage, was it 3 games left here? Honest to God, just sit everyone who has a hangnail even.
Especially
of course, Jaylen. I mean, that's a knee. But I'm saying, I don't know. I had some tacos last night, Coach. Stomachs. I think I have the bubble guts. Sit out. You ain't playing tonight. I mean, honestly, if someone even burps wrong, I'd be like, you okay? You need the night off? Just Missoula, I love you. One of the reasons I love you is because you're a psychopath, okay? However, let's just dial down Psycho Joe. Just a couple notches. Just a tick, 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 tick. Couple notches. Rest everybody. It doesn't matter. You're the 2 seed. You're going to play the Magic. Who are you playing tonight? The Magic. Don't show them anything. Treat it like a preseason NFL game. Don't play anybody. Don't run any plays. Don't do anything. Just relax, everyone, till we get to when the games really matter. Screw this record you're talking about. Who cares about that? No one's going to look back in the history and say, oh, remember that great road team Celtics. Screw all that. Keep everyone healthy going into the postseason, and let's get banner 19.
It's also the big one. He played Jaylen Brown in the Knicks game, limping around. He's dealing with inflammation in his knee. It's more like the exact is like back of the knee, pain and inflammation.
Oh, my God.
Because Jaylen Brown's right now at 63 games. You need to get to 65 to get the possibility of NBA All-Pro, all those accolades.
Please.
It's not worth it, though.
He wants the title.
He does. Exactly. That's what he should want.
About that.
In fact, here's Kristaps Porzingis after beating the Knicks about Jaylen Brown battling through his knee injury and playing against the Knicks in the Garden, too.
It's just Jaylen toughing it out through his knee injury and everything.
Yeah, he's a tough dude. He always preaches, his warrior mindset, and he lives by it, But to what extent we need that right now, maybe he needs to take care of it and make sure he's going to be ready for the most important moments. So I think we just have to encourage him to make sure he does everything he needs to prepare to get it healthy and to prepare for what's going to come. And I think he's a smart guy, so he will. It just shows his heart and how bad he wants to be out there, even for games that maybe don't mean super much for us right now. But that's who he is, and we appreciate him for that.
It's Kristaps Porzingis talking about Jaylen Brown. That was from Celtics on CLNS, the Twitter handle. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis, a guy that's dealt with his injuries, battled through it last postseason. I think the biggest thing he says is maybe he should learn to management, sit down for the most important moment, the moment being the playoffs.
Yes!
Because it's insane that he was struggling, did not look right. Jaylen Brown didn't play in the fourth quarter, didn't play in overtime, didn't play in any crunch minute scenario either to close out those games. He's missed 6 of 19 games since the start of March, hasn't played more than 28 minutes in a game since March 12th, and his last 8 games played 26 minutes a game, 16 points per game. Now has a 30-piece sprinkled in there. Still efficient from the field, but we also see in the last 2 games he can't push it past 22 minutes. If he's not right, the only thing that stops the Celtics team is themselves. And that's what's important. Where Jaylen Brown, we saw how vital he was to last year's Title I. Winning Finals MVP. He was a reason they got to that spot and won it. What he does both ends of the floor.
Yes.
The fact that he was even playing last night boggled my mind.
Me too.
But at least Joe Mazzulla checked him and go, you're getting out 22. Like, didn't even let him get to that point.
Fine.
Because that's Joe. And maybe, again, to the Joe Mazzulla where you give him credit, maybe he wanted Jaylen Brown to sit. Jaylen did it, put him out there and go, you're not right. You got to sit.
Yeah, and now sit is ours.
Everything into the recovery.
Yes. By the way, I'm going to be honest. If I'm the new owner, I know you haven't taken over yet. All that money I just paid, I am picking up the phone. Yeah, can I speak to Coach Joe, please? Thanks. Hey, Joe. Listen, I know I haven't, got in the office yet and all that, but I paid $6.1 billion. Okay? How about you rest them and get banner 19? Thanks. Click. By the way, there's no one in the East. Like, the Cavs, kudos to them. But Donovan Mitchell's banged up going into the postseason. When have we heard that before? Like, it just feels so Cleveland that they're going to let you down at some point, even though I do respect their team and respect the season that they've had. Giannis is quite literally by himself in Milwaukee yet again. Okay, when have we seen that movie before? The Knicks can't beat anyone good, all right? I do, to be honest, I like the Pacers. They're starting to play well right now, but I don't think the Pacers are on the Celtics level.
Yeah.
Pistons are tough.
Yeah.
Magic are tough, but they're limited offensively, both of them, and young. Who in the East is going to stop the Celtics besides no one? The only shot you got is whoever makes it out west, whether it's the Thunder or LeBron and Luka or whoever's. But even then, I think they're going to get mauled too. I think banner 19 is loading, my friend.
Yeah, it's again, but this team, only thing that can beat them is themselves. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. Like, just shut it down, treat it right.
Yes.
Manage your minutes, because also think about, like, the uptick we've seen. Last 15 games, Drew Holiday on the team for starting minutes. Number 1 in net rating, number 1 in defensive rating, number 2 in true shooting. And it shows how Drew Holiday's picked up his game.
It's his time of the year.
It's the depth, man.
It's his time of the year.
It's managing him to that point.
Yes.
Look shaky midpoint in the season between him and Porzingis. This is what they're there for. And I think it's a reality. You mentioned the new ownership. It's at that the tax threshold, the second apron coming for the NBA.
Yeah.
Holiday and Porzingis, they're not going to be in the long-term picture for the Celtics. It's now or never for them to get that ring.
We got to get out of here, but
third ring.
I have to ask you this. You were Nostradamus last season. You predicted Porzingis would get hurt during the playoffs around this time.
Oh.
Does he stay healthy for this playoff run this year?
No, but I don't think it's going to be a detrimental. It's just he gets
injured. Like last year.
It's a demand, physical toll, mental toll, everything, emotional, what he does both ends of the floor.
So it'll be like last year.
The intensity hikes up, the back-to-backs, everything like that, long series, physical play. It's going to be tough, especially, but it depends who they match up with.
Right. And that did happen early in the postseason, remember?
Yeah. But remember, when Porzingis was hurt, Jaylen Brown was healthy. We'll see how healthy he'll be.